what's going on, everybody? This is Phil Freeman with the Vocal Blueprint, here to show you an awesome little trick that could help you do vocal runs with your voice in a much crisper, sharper, and super awesome fashion. Let's go ahead and get started. Whenever I encounter students that are struggling with this issue, it's usually because they are having a hard time getting to certain notes and transitioning between the notes. So it's not their inability to hit high notes, it's their visual and how they're executing their notes on the way down and the way up. Usually it ends up sounding like, oh, and sounds a lot like they're sliding up and down in pitch. So the first thing that I tell these students to do is to visualize a step pyramid whenever they're transitioning between notes and jumping up and down from steps rather than sliding up and down. I also tell them that sliding up and down is more speech-based rather than singing-based. 80% of the time while we're speaking, we're sliding up and down in pitch. It's what we're used to. So no wonder these students are going up and down in pitch using slide, because 80% of the time they're speaking. Now, bring it over to this side with the step pyramid. As you can see, I'm speaking in steps. I'm going up and down in speaking, and I'm visualizing the steps up and down. And so with that, music is usually 80% stepping up and down and jumping all over the place. Stepping, as I said, rather than sliding. But there are exceptions to this guideline. Obviously, there are slides in music, and obviously there's times where you hit certain pitches and jump up and down while you're speaking. But the key thing is to compare and contrast those visuals and to understand the difference between them and to understand why students have a tendency to slide between pitches rather than step up and down as they should. It's because they are sliding up and down in pitch all the time while they're speaking. That simple. So, the other thing that you noticed me doing, probably, was I was going like this as I was doing that exercise, going up and down. The more learning styles that you incorporate into your performance of something, the better. So, I am taking a visual, looking at my hand going up and down, auditory, what I'm doing with my voice, and kinesthetic, how I am moving my hand. So, by going, whoa, it gives me way more of an understanding than if I just did whoa by myself. Now, it all depends on experience levels and learning skill set, but if you incorporate all three of those learning styles when you're trying to learn something, like hitting pitches in a sharper, crisper fashion, you are going to notice that there is an exponential growth in your ability to do that, as opposed to just trying it on your own without those visuals, without the kinesthetic, without the visual, without the auditory. So, and you'll notice that singers do this naturally. You look at Adele, you look at Beyonce, you look at any popular singers out there that don't accompany themselves on instruments. And even then, you can see that they're using their hands all the time to direct what they're doing with their voice. There's a reason why they do that. It's because they're mixing the learning styles, the kinesthetic, the visual, the auditory, while they're even performing. So, you can see that the professionals even use this. So next time that you're in the studio and you're having a hard time with a vocal run, use that technique and use that visual as well that I gave you and see what that does for your performance. And in the meantime, everybody, I hope this video helps anyone that's struggling with pitch and doing runs. I hope it creates a crisper, sharper experience for you. And with that said, everyone, again, my name is Phil Freeman of the Vocal Blueprint. Always remember, practice makes progress. And until then, you can go and find your voice. Take care until next time.